Please stand for the jury.
Please be seated. Let the record reflect the presence of the jury, all counsel, and the defendant. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's nice to see you all again. I'm Judge Clark, and we are here in Case 24 CF 1795, State of Florida versus Malik Humphreys. I apologize for the delay this morning. Many of you may be aware there was a massive traffic jam in part of the county, and that played a part in the delay in starting this morning. And we had some preliminary matters to take up before we were able to bring you in, so the traffic jam delayed us being able to start those things. So I apologize for your wait this morning. Having said that, we plan to take, well, depending on how the testimony goes, usually I start earlier and we would take a mid-morning break. And then we'll take a lunch break, and then we'll take a mid-afternoon break. But if anyone needs a break at any other time, please let court security know. They'll be watching you. We do not want anyone to be uncomfortable. We'll take a break whenever you need to. I do have some preliminary instructions to read to you. And Madam Clerk, will you please swear the jury in?
Yes, ma'am. You'll raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will well and truly try the issues between the state of Florida and the defendant who shall have in charge and render a true verdict according to the law and the evidence? Thank you.
All right, and will court security please hand out the notebooks now? Thank you. Members of the jury, you have been selected and sworn as the jury to try the case of State of Florida versus Malik Humphreys. This is a criminal case. Malik Humphreys is charged with trafficking in fentanyl, 28 grams or more, and resisting an officer without violence. The definition of trafficking in fentanyl, 28 grams or more, and resisting an officer without violence will be explained to you later. You must decide this case based on the evidence presented and the law that I give you. Evidence consists of the sworn testimony of the witnesses, exhibits admitted into evidence, and anything else that I tell you to consider as evidence. The state's charging document, which is called an information, is not evidence and is not to be considered by you as any proof of guilt. It is my responsibility to explain the law to you. It is your solemn responsibility to determine if the state proved its accusation beyond a reasonable doubt against Malik Humphreys in accordance with the law that I provide to you. Thus, the province of the jury and the province of the court are well defined and they do not overlap. This is one of the fundamental principles of our system of justice. Before proceeding further, it will be helpful if you understand how a trial is conducted. At the beginning of the trial, the attorneys will have an opportunity, if they wish, to make an opening statement. The opening statement gives the attorneys a chance to tell you what evidence they believe will be presented during the trial. What the lawyers say is not evidence, and you are not to consider it as such. Following the opening statements, witnesses will be called to testify under oath. They will be examined and cross-examined by the attorneys. Documents and other exhibits may be introduced as evidence. After the evidence has been presented, the attorneys will have the opportunity to make their closing arguments. Following the closing arguments by the attorneys, the court will instruct you on the law applicable to the case. After the final instructions are given, the alternate jurors will be released and you will retire to consider your verdict. You should not form any definite or fixed opinion on the merits of the case until you have heard all of the evidence, the argument of the lawyers, and the instructions on the law that I give you. Until that time, you should not discuss the case among yourselves. Your verdict must be based solely on the evidence or lack of evidence and the law. Jurors must decide the case without distraction and only on the evidence presented in the courtroom. Jurors must not conduct any investigation on their own. This includes reading newspapers, watching television, or using a computer, cell phone, the internet, any electronic device, or any other means at all to get information related to this case or the people and places involved in this case. You may not visit places mentioned in the trial or use the internet to look at maps or pictures to see any place discussed during the trial. If you investigate, research, or make inquiries on your own, I have no way to make sure that the information you obtain is proper for the case. The parties likewise have no opportunity to dispute or challenge the accuracy of what you find. This is contrary to our judicial system, which assures every party the right to ask questions about and challenge the evidence being considered against it and to present argument with respect to that evidence. Any independent investigation by a juror unfairly and improperly prevents the parties from having that opportunity our judicial system promises. You are also not permitted to communicate about this case with anyone, including your spouse, family members, friends, neighbors, and even your fellow jurors. No communication includes no in-person, telephonic, or electronic communication, such as emailing, text messaging, posting information on social media or a website, or any other form of communication. During the trial, the court may take recesses, which is a break, and you will be permitted to separate and go about your personal affairs. It is important to remember that the prohibition on communicating about this case applies during these recesses, whether you are in the courthouse or elsewhere. If at any time you find yourself in a situation where others are discussing the case in your presence, leave that situation at once and immediately report the matter to court security, who will advise me. You cannot have any cell phones, tablets, laptops, or other electronic devices in the courtroom. You may use these devices during recesses, but even then, you may not use your cell phone or electronic device to find out any information about the case or communicate with anyone about the case or the people involved in the case. Do not take photographs, video recordings, or audio recordings of the proceedings or your fellow jurors. At the end of the case, while you are deliberating, you must not communicate with anyone outside the jury room. If someone needs to contact you in an emergency, the court can receive messages and deliver them to you without delay. A contact number will be provided to you. Any juror who violates these restrictions jeopardizes the fairness of these proceedings, and a mistrial could result that would require the entire trial process to start over. A mistrial is a tremendous expense and inconvenience to the parties, the court, and the taxpayers. If you violate these rules, you may be held in contempt of court and face sanctions such as serving time in jail, paying a fine, or both. Ladies and gentlemen, you may notice that media is present. You will not be filmed. Your faces will not be displayed on media. I am specifically instructing you In addition to all these other instructions about researching and communicating, you may not watch any broadcast of the proceedings until I discharge you at the end of the trial. In every criminal proceeding, a defendant has the absolute right to remain silent. At no time is it the duty of a defendant to prove his innocence. From the exercise of a defendant's right to remain silent, a jury is not permitted to draw any inference of guilt, and the fact that a defendant did not take the witness stand must not influence your verdict in any manner whatsoever. The attorneys are trained in the rules of evidence and trial procedure, and it is their duty to make all objections they feel are proper. When an objection is made, you should not speculate on the reason why it is made. Likewise, when an objection is sustained or upheld by me, you must not speculate on what might have occurred had the objection not been sustained, nor what a witness might have said had the witness been permitted to answer. During the trial, it may be necessary to confer with the attorneys out of your hearing to discuss matters that require consideration by me alone. It is impossible to predict when such a conference may be required or how long it will last. When such conferences occur, they will be conducted to consume as little of your time as is necessary for a fair and orderly trial of the case. If you would like to take notes during the trial, you may do so. On the other hand, of course, you are not required to take notes if you do not want to. That will be left up to you individually. You have been provided with a notepad and pen or pencil for use if you wish to take notes. Any notes that you take will be for your personal use. However, you should not take them with you from the courtroom. During recesses, court security will take possession of your notes and will return them to you when we reconvene. After you have completed your deliberations, court security will deliver your notes to me and they will be destroyed. No one will ever read your notes. If you do take notes, do not get so involved in note-taking that you become distracted from the proceedings. Your notes should be used only as aids to your memory. Whether or not you take notes, you should rely on your memory of the evidence, and you should not be unduly influenced by the notes of other jurors. Notes are not entitled to any greater weight than each juror's memory of the evidence. So just to clarify, you will be able to take your notes when you deliberate, but you will not be able to take them with you when we have a recess prior to your deliberations. Then after the case is concluded, I will personally shred your notes. Any objections to the instructions as read from the state?
No, Your Honor.
Defense?
No, Your Honor.
All right.
Your
At
Honor.
this time, yes.
I'm sorry, counsel approach.
Yes.
Hi,
Rhonda Roberts. For the last 20 years, I've been helping the residents of Northwest Florida buy and sell their properties. Give us a call at 850-398-5389.
Hi, I'm Michael Gilbert, defense attorney with Warrior Law. I represent those accused in Santa Rosa, Okaloosa, and Walton County. If you or anyone you know has been accused of a crime, give us a call. We can help.
Back Home Bakery Cafe is 2 blocks from the courthouse on Crestview historic Main Street. We serve handmade pastries, espresso, and lunch items, and we're open Tuesday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., serving lunch from 11 to 2. We hope to see you soon.
Hello, I am Bonnie from Body Be Healthy here in Crestview.
All right, are both sides ready to proceed with opening statements?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Giardina, the time is 10:32. You may give your opening
We
statement.
have been serving the area since 1999. We're an alternative health food store. If you're interested in bettering your health, we'd like to invite you to stop by.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for being here today. Again, my name is Jessica Giardina, and I represent the state of Florida. This case is about the defendant, Malik Humphreys, who the state intends to prove knowingly possessed a trafficking amount of fentanyl, 28 grams or more, and resisted an officer without violence. The state anticipates that the evidence will show the following. You will hear from Corporal Lance Williams. He was on duty in uniform when he approached a vehicle that the defendant was sitting in. Inside that vehicle, in the passenger seat, right next to the defendant, was a backpack containing a trafficking amount of fentanyl. Shortly after that, the defendant grabbed that backpack and he ran. He didn't hesitate. He didn't leave it behind. He knew what was inside that backpack. You'll hear how the defendant fled from Corporal Williams, jumping a fence, and continued to run in attempts to avoid any consequences. Corporal Williams will testify he saw that backpack in the vehicle with the defendant taking that backpack, and the defendant running with it. And then you'll hear how and where that backpack was found and recovered. You will see Corporal Williams' body-worn camera showing the actions of the defendant. You will hear from a Florida Department of Law Enforcement analyst, Stephanie Spiegel, who tested the substance inside that backpack. She will tell you that it was fentanyl, and she will tell you exactly how much it weighed, over 28 grams. And that's a trafficking amount under Florida law. The evidence will show that the defendant disobeyed lawful commands during this encounter and continued to do so after he fled. At the end of this trial, after you've reviewed and listened to all the evidence, the state anticipates that the evidence will prove beyond a reasonable doubt that the defendant knowingly possessed a trafficking amount of fentanyl, 28 grams or more, and the state will prove beyond a reasonable doubt that the defendant resisted an officer without violence. At that time, the only just verdict will be guilty. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Giardina. And Ms. Dudley, whenever you're ready. Thank you. The time is 10:35.
Good morning. Hope everybody's doing well. This is a big day for Mr. Humphreys. Obviously, he's on trial for trafficking in fentanyl. The state has just told you about the evidence, that what they believe the evidence is going to show. I'm going to ask you to make sure you look at that evidence when it's presented and look at what's not there, what's not said, and what you don't see. There's not a lot of evidence in this case. You've heard the state say there's Corporal Williams and there's an FDLE analyst. But I would also ask you to keep in mind what the elements are. Knowingly possessed. And then possessed is intentionally exercise control, and knowingly also means knowing the illicit nature of the drug. I would ask, once you look at all the evidence in this case, I don't believe the state will be able to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Mr. Humphreys possessed, knowingly, intentionally possessed fentanyl in this case, and I would actually return the verdict of not guilty. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, State, you may call your first witness.
The state calls Corporal Lance Williams.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Just have a seat and speak close to the microphone.
Good morning. Can you please state your name?
Lance Williams,
And what is your occupation?
Corporal for the Sheriff's Office, Okaloosa.
How long have you been with the Okaloosa County Sheriff's Office?
A little over 10 years.
Do you have any specialized training?
In negotiations, yes, ma'am.
How many narcotic arrests have you made?
In my 10-plus years,
Yes.
over 50 easily.
And how many of those cases involve trafficking amounts of narcotics?
Over 10, 20 plus.
Were you employed with the Okaloosa County Sheriff's Office on May 2nd of 2024?
Yes, ma'am.
What was your assignment or role at that time?
Now, corporal for the Central District, mainly for Walton Beach area.
Is this your current role?
Yes, ma'am.
Calling your attention to May 2nd of 2024, specifically around 2:10 a.m., where were you?
I was patrolling in the Mary Esther area.
Were you on duty?
Yes, ma'am.
In uniform?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you in your patrol vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
And is that location in Okaloosa County?
Yes, ma'am.
And can you just state again exactly where you were patrolling, Corporal?
It'd be the south side of Walton, around the Mary Esther area, along 98 Strip.
Were there any other deputies with you at that time?
Not directly with me, no, ma'am.
Did you come into contact with anyone on that date, 5/2/24, around 2:10 a.m.?
Yes, ma'am.
And is that individual in the courtroom today?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you please describe what he's wearing?
He's wearing a gray jacket, his hair tied up, and a light-colored shirt.
Your Honor, if the record could reflect, Corporal Williams has identified the defendant, Malik Humphreys.
The record will so reflect.
What led you to approach Mr. Humphreys that day?
I was looking for suspicious activity in the area, and I got out at the Baymont Inn and Suites parking lot.
Were you responding to a call?
No, ma'am.
Okay. What drew your attention to the defendant?
The driver door of the truck was open, and when I pulled into the parking lot, the driver door was now shut, and I went past the truck, and I could not see anybody inside the vehicle. I stopped just past the truck and looked back, and I observed the subject look out of the back seat window in my direction.
Did you approach him after that?
Yes, ma'am.
What did you say to him when you approached the defendant?
I asked him what he was doing, if the truck was his.
When you initiated contact with the defendant, was he still in the vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
And what did he tell you when you approached him?
He immediately tried to direct my attention to somebody else in the backside of the parking lot, and I asked about the truck. He said it was his brother's.
Were you able to verify that in the moment?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Why not?
At that time, it was extremely suspicious what was going on, and I would have to leave contact with him to walk behind the truck, losing eye contact with him, and I'd have to run the vehicle tag, which could take, time away.
Did the defendant ever roll down the window when he was speaking with you?
No, ma'am.
Did you eventually open the driver's side door?
Yes, ma'am.
Why?
He said he could get his brother, and I asked him to call his brother for me, because he said it was his brother's vehicle. He then began looking around for his phone, but as he did so, he turned his body away and started reaching around the center console to where I couldn't see his hands. I told him to stop multiple times, but he kept doing it. So because of the visibility that I couldn't see, I opened the door and told him to stop.
What happened after that, Corporal?
I ordered him to step out of the vehicle, and at that point, my responding deputy pulled into the parking lot, and the subject then turned, hopped across the passenger seat of the truck, opened the truck door, and took off running.
Was the defendant legally detained when he fled from you?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you give the defendant lawful commands to stop?
Yes, ma'am.
Did he obey those commands?
No, ma'am.
Was the defendant free to leave when he fled?
No, ma'am.
Did you observe anything in the vehicle when you opened the door to make contact with the defendant?
Yes, ma'am.
And what was that?
It was a backpack resting on the front passenger seat of the truck.
What did that backpack look like?
It's a Super Mario backpack, a bunch of Mario characters on it.
Did you see that backpack while you were speaking with the defendant?
Yes, ma'am.
So this was around 2:10 a.m. Was it dark outside
Yes,
when this
ma'am.
occurred? Did you have a flashlight on you?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that flashlight bright?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you able to see well when using it?
Yes, ma'am.
Where is your body-worn camera positioned on your body?
Chest level.
Okay. So, silly question, but are your eyes above your body-worn camera?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Your Honor, may the state approach the clerk for State's Exhibit 1
Yes.
for the backpack? May the state approach the witness, Your Honor?
Yes, you may.
I have gloves. Do you need me to touch it? Yeah. It's all right, it's already on.
What is this?
This is the backpack I located that day in my packaging.
So you bagged this and placed it into evidence?
Yes, ma'am.
And those are your initials on the brown bag?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Can you pull that out, please?
Okay.
Your Honor, permission to show the jury?
Yes. Well, any objection?
At least be admitted.
Your Honor, the state moves to admit its Exhibit 1 into evidence.
Any objection?
Permission to show the jury?
Exhibit 1 is admitted, and let me read an instruction to the jury. Ladies and gentlemen, State's Exhibit 1 has now been received in evidence. Witnesses may testify about or refer to this or any other item of evidence during the remainder of the trial. And the evidence will be available to you for your examination during your deliberations. And the evidence is being shown to you now to help you understand the testimony of this witness and other witnesses in the case, as well as the evidence as a whole.
Your Honor, may I first have it?
Yes, you may.
And Corporal Williams, was that exhibit in the same condition as it was when you packaged it into evidence?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is that the same backpack the defendant had with him?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you know that?
I saw it in the truck. I saw him pick it up and when he ran out of the truck and when he dropped it at the fence line when he hopped over.
Did you notice anything else in that vehicle with the defendant when you opened the door?
I believe there's a phone charger. I don't believe there was anything else.
Did the defendant take anything from the vehicle with him when he fled?
To my knowledge, just a backpack.
Okay. Did he take the charger with him as well?
No, ma'am.
Did you pursue Mr. Humphreys on foot?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you able to make an arrest that morning?
No, ma'am.
Why not?
He ran from the truck to a fence by a building and hopped the fence and kept running.
Did you know the identity of the defendant on May 2nd, 2024?
No, ma'am.
Were you able to eventually identify the defendant?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you confirm it was in fact the defendant prior to him being arrested?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you find anything on the ground where the defendant jumped over the fence?
Yes, ma'am.
Was the backpack he took with him when he fled the same backpack that you found on the ground when the defendant jumped over the fence?
Yes, ma'am.
And how do you know that?
It's the same backpack I saw inside the truck. The same backpack he had when he picked it up and ran out of the truck. Same one he dropped by the fence line.
Did you see the defendant jump over the fence?
Yes, ma'am.
Was there ever a point when you were chasing after him that you lost sight of him?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, approximately for how long was that?
1 second.
Do you see what he did with that bag?
What do you mean?
When Mr. Humphreys jumped the fence, did you see what he did with the bag?
As he got to the top of the fence, I deployed my taser, and after discharging my taser, the bag fell from the top of the fence.
Now, going back to that bag, the backpack, did you open that?
Yes, ma'am.
And what did you find in the front pocket?
A large amount of blue-pressed pills.
Okay. Were those pills sent off to the Florida Department of Law Enforcement for testing?
Yes, ma'am.
When you found those pills, did you package them?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you place them into evidence?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Your Honor, may the state approach the clerk?
Yes, you may.
Your Honor, the state is approaching with state indication. Do you recognize that?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell me what that is?
This is the bag with the pressed pills I located in the front of that backpack we had earlier.
Does this exhibit appear to be in the same condition as it was when you packaged it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are those your initials on the evidence? Is that your name on the evidence?
Up here, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your Honor, the state moves to admit Exhibit 2 into evidence.
State's Exhibit 2 is admitted.
And the state is approaching Madam Clerk to place it on desk. Okay, just to go over again, the defendant, was the defendant arrested that same day?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Your Honor, may I approach the witness?
Yes, you may.
I'm approaching what's pre-marked as State's Exhibit 3. Can you tell me what this is?
That is the body cam footage from that night.
And how do you know that?
I reviewed it and signed it.
Those are your initials right there?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, the state moves, the state is moving to place Exhibit 3 into evidence.
Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
State's Exhibit 3 is admitted.
I'm just approaching that.
All right.
Your Honor, permission to publish?
Any objection?
No, Your Honor, it's in evidence, sir.
All right. Yes, you may. I have an instruction to read to the jury. Ladies and gentlemen, State's Exhibit 3 has been received into evidence, and it's going to be shown to you now to help you understand the testimony of this witness and other witnesses in the case, as well as the evidence as a whole. And it will be available to you for your examination during your deliberations. All right. Counsel, tell me when you are ready.
I'm ready, Your Honor.
Okay. Are you plugged into 1B?
Could you change that for me? Thank you.
There we go. Okay. The video is now on the screen.
What are you doing? No, I was looking at you laying down. Huh? 109 says in contact. Baymont and Sweets were locked out. What? Is the truck yours? Is the truck yours? My brother. Okay. Baymont and Sweets with a black mount inside a truck. Hey. What did I do wrong? I don't know if this is your truck because you're laying down in it when I go past. Huh? Prove to me that it's your truck right now. That's my brother. Your brother's not here. Call him. Go get him. Call him. Hey, stop. Get my phone. Okay, where is it on the ground? Bro, you're holding me for nothing. Stop. I'm getting my phone, bro. You're doing too much. You're doing too much right now. Stop. 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 Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Stop. Can I get my phone? Call him like you're blocking me from nothing. What? Look at me. Without reaching, where is your phone? Can I speak? Without. Stop. Stop. You saying get my phone? Call my brother. Like, what are you saying? Do you know where your phone is? Can I get it? You said no. I don't want you to reach for anything right now. I want you to tell me where your phone is. Stop. Stop. What is it? One running. One running. One running. You're on the ground. You're going to get down. the back, brother, through the back. Taser pulling. He's running west. Black male, no shirt. Go now. What is that? Go out. 109 from Baymont Suites. He's running northwest, black male, no shirt, short dreads. Did y'all copy that? From Baymont Suites, northwest, jumping fences, black male, no shirt, short dreads. No. 109 SO, if we can get a PD to this direction to look northeast for our suspect. New code traffic, and you copy a Texas 28. Texas 28, Sierra Kilo Delta 2174, SKD 2174. Copy, I don't know if it's his or if he was burglarizing it. He dropped the backpack. His backpack's filled with 49-1. Direction is jumping, Caswell and Missouri Drive. We're going to cross the streets that way.
Your Honor?
Yes.
May counsel approach?
Yes.
Where I approach realty, helping qualifying heroes save money is my passion. When I help a hero buy or sell a home, they receive a check from Homes for Heroes. Check out amandasheroes.com for more information.
For more than 70 years, the sweet aroma of the Crestview Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs has permeated the downtown area. If you have not experienced the unique flavor of Crestview's Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs, then I encourage you to join us for lunch. Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m., Friday from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m., and Saturday from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. We're located in historic downtown Crestview at 107 North Main Street. Call 850-683-1045.
CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer since 1999. We're state licensed and insured, family owned and operated with 24 years of local service. We specialize in shingles and metal, re-roofs, repairs, and leak specialists. For all of your roofing needs, call us today or visit our website at cqroofing.com. CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer.
Hey, I'm David at Family Vision of Crestview. We've been providing excellent optical service for Northwest Florida for over 34 years. Come in and let us take care of you.
You've been injured in an accident and need righteous representation? Call us, because we fight fire. Damn thing ain't working.
Whoa! Not cool, bro.
I'm Attorney Coy Browning. Personal injury is no joke. Just ask him.
Injured? Take a breath. Call Coy.
Ladies and gentlemen, there is a matter that we will have to take up outside of your presence. It's going to require a brief break. So this will give you a chance to stretch your legs, and we'll get you back in as soon as possible. Let me remind you of the instruction. In fact, I'm going to read an instruction to you about recesses. We are about to take our first recess. Remember that all of the rules I have given you apply even when you are outside of the courtroom, such as at recess. Remember the basic rule: do not talk to anyone, including your fellow jurors, friends, family, or coworkers, about anything having to do with this trial, except to speak to court staff about matters involving your comfort and convenience. This means no emailing, text messaging, tweeting, blogging, or any other form of communication. You cannot do any research about the case or look up any information about the case. That includes watching the proceedings on any type of media. Remember to observe during our recesses the other rules that I gave you. If you become aware of any violation of these rules at all, notify court personnel of the violation. After each recess, please double check to make sure that you do not bring your cell phone or other electronic device into the courtroom with you. And with that, we will take a brief recess. Thank you.
Awesome.
Hi, I'm Wanda Roberts. For the last 20 years, I've been helping the residents of Northwest Florida buy and sell their properties. Give us a call at 850-398-5389.
Hi, I'm Michael Gilbert, defense attorney with Warrior Law. I represent those accused in Santa Rosa, Okaloosa, and Walton County. If you or anyone you know has been accused of a crime, give us a call. We can help.
Back Home Bakery Cafe is 2 blocks from the courthouse on Crestview historic Main Street. We serve handmade pastries, espresso, and lunch items, and we're open Tuesday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., serving lunch from 11 to 2. We hope to see you soon.
Hello, I am Bonnie from Body Be Healthy here in Crestview. We have been serving the area since 1999. We're an alternative health food store. If you're interested in bettering your health, we'd like to invite you to stop by.
I'm Amanda Gaskin with Briarpatch Realty. Helping qualified heroes save money is my passion. When I help a hero buy or sell a home, they receive a check from Homes for Heroes. Check out amandasheroes.com for more information.
For more than 70 years, the sweet aroma of the Crestview Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs has permeated the downtown area. If you have not experienced the unique flavor of Crestview's Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs, then I encourage you to join us for lunch. Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m., Friday from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m., and Saturday from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. We're located in historic downtown Crestview at 107 North Main Street. Call 850-683-1045.
CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer since 1999. We're state licensed and insured, family owned and operated with 24 years of local service. We specialize in shingles and metal, re-roofs, repairs, and leak specialists. For all of your roofing needs, call us today or visit our website at cqroofing.com. CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer.
Hey, I'm David at Family Vision of Crestview. We've been providing excellent optical service for Northwest Florida for over 34 years. Come in and let us take care of you.
You've been injured in an accident and need righteous representation? Call us, because we fight fire. Damn thing ain't working.
Whoa! Not cool, bro.
I'm attorney Coy Browning. Personal injury is no joke. Just ask him.
Injured? Take a breath. Call Coy.
open Saturday 10 to 4, Sunday 10 to 3, and it's both our Crestview, Fort Walton Beach, and Eglin Air Force Base locations. So you have things to do, go and do it. Just know the UPS store is going to be here. Again, Sundays 10 until 3 p.m.
Hi, I'm Wanda Roberts. For the last 20 years, I've been helping the residents of Northwest Florida buy and sell their properties. Give us a call at 850-398-5389.
Hi, I'm Michael Gilbert, defense attorney with Warrior Law. I represent those accused in Santa Rosa, Okaloosa, and Walton County. If you or anyone you know has been accused of a crime, give us a call. We can help.
Back Home Bakery Cafe is 2 blocks from the courthouse on Crestview historic Main Street. We serve handmade pastries, espresso, and lunch items, and we're open Tuesday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., serving lunch from 11 to 2. We hope to see you soon.
Hello, I am Bonnie from Body Be Healthy here in Crestview. We have been serving the area since 1999. We're an alternative health food store. If you're interested in bettering your health, we'd like to invite you to stop by.
I'm Amanda Gaskin with Briarpatch Realty. Helping qualifying heroes save money is my passion. When I help a hero buy or sell a home, they receive a check from Homes for Heroes. Check out amandasheroes.com for more information.
For more than 70 years, the sweet aroma of the Crestview Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs has permeated the downtown area. If you have not experienced the unique flavor of Crestview's Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs, then I encourage you to join us for lunch. Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m., Friday from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m., and Saturday from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. We're located in historic downtown Crestview at 107 North Main Street.
To look at those photos and match them up with the video?
Yeah, I have looked at it. I don't want to say I mashed it up, but I've looked at it. I still have my same objection with addition of it looks like maybe it's zoomed in. When I pause the video, that is not the image that I get. It is not clear as how they have it on there. What they have look like it has been zoomed in and enhanced. And even when you stop it at the time they tell me to stop it, me and my client are looking at it, that's not the image that you see. The images that they have seem closer, well, maybe it is zoomed in, so my objection will still stand that the video is the best evidence and the jury can watch it as they see fit. But when you watch that video and if I pause it at the time that they have it, you don't see like the image that they have as is depicted in that photo. And I would say maybe it was zoomed in at that point. But based on, and obviously I haven't had time to analyze or anything, I got it today, but my objection would still stand based on the video was the best evidence in this case.
Okay. What's the state's response? Let me turn on the council mic. Okay, there you go.
So, Your Honor, this is not enhanced. It was not zoomed in. It was grabbed as a screenshot directly from the video. The first photo with the bag, appears to be a bag in the hand, is a frame by frame of the video. So you just click, it goes frame by frame. The state screenshotted that and then printed it out. Then the second video was where the state slowed the video down and was able to screenshot a portion of that, which appears to be a person standing by the fence or going over the fence. So that's how the state obtained these screenshots. They're not enhanced. The state did not use any enhancements on them, and they're not altered or edited. They're just from the video, from frame by frame and from a slow motion play of the video.
Okay. Were they zoomed in?
Your Honor, the state just grabbed a screenshot of it. I don't know how when it becomes a screenshot, if that makes it zoom in, but I didn't zoom it in. It's just, that's the way it was screenshotted.
Okay.
What we just heard them say was they slowed it down, they did things on the video to get that photo. Obviously, I can't investigate that, I can't look at it, I just got it today, I didn't get it previously. So I don't have the ability I didn't get the screenshot previously. So I don't have the ability to slow it down to do whatever they did to get that image. When you mash pause on this, so it's not just a screenshot. When I mash pause on this video, that is not the image that shows up. They just admitted it went frame by frame. They also said that they slowed it down. That's changing the video and they're getting a picture from me. What is here is the best evidence. If I mash pause right now, that is not the image that pops up. You can see, it is a blurry image when you mash pause at that point. The jury has the video, they can watch the video and determine what they see in the video. And they have Corporal Williams' testimony.
Your Honor,
Your Honor, we can show you where it's paused in the video, where we grabbed the screenshot. I mean, the picture itself is super grainy because he's running, and the video itself is grainy. I mean, it's not been enhanced or clarified. Everything is grainy because it's at 2 a.m. at night.
Why don't you show Miss Dudley?
So look at that photo and look at this. Look how clear this is, look at that. So that's not just a screenshot. Look how clear that is and look at that. That's my point.
That's not edited.
I'm going to put the white noise on because y'all are discussing that amongst yourselves. Yes.
If the state can show the court from the
video?
frame by frame?
Yes, well, let me ask, did you show that to Ms. Dudley?
The state did, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Dudley, did you have a chance to look at the state freezing their video so you could see where they got the screenshot? Okay, do you still?
I still object.
Okay, is it the same objection? And that's based on the best evidence rule? Is there any question about the authenticity of the photos, or that they've been altered in any way so that they're not actually accurate frames from the video that's been admitted into evidence?
Well, I think they're only going to use it one now, right?
It's only one, Your Honor, the state. Yes, and it's the first photo that the state showed you. May I approach?
Yes.
So it's only this photo that the state wishes to admit.
Okay. So now it's down to one photo. Is there any question from the defense that this is not an accurate frame from the video that's in evidence?
My position is still that, I'm not going to say what they did and what they didn't do. I'm just going to say, when you screenshot it, the video, there's a bigger distance. You see more brown, you see that video looks zoomed in. That picture looks zoomed in. That's my point. The jury can watch the video and see what they see, but to me, when you screenshot it, that image is not necessarily the image that you get. So that, and then it looks, see how square it is? It looks like it's zoomed in, that's my point.
Okay. And you looked at it on Ms. Giardina's computer and?
My objection still is my objection.
Okay.
Your Honor, I have the frame pulled up
Okay.
for you to view. It's plugged in here if you want to look at it.
I'll put it on the big screen.
Yes, Your Honor. So it was
Okay.
screenshotted from, I'm
Okay.
not an IT person, but it was just screenshotted from that portion.
Okay, so I see on the screen, it's appears to be, was there any dispute that that is State's Exhibit 3 that's paused on the big screen? Any dispute about that? Okay, and I've been handed a proposed exhibit that is the screenshot from the frame that's on the screen. And let me just say that the timestamp at the top, actually, let me get the state to put the timestamp on the record. Is it, at the very top, it says the date, and then it says 2:12 and 51 seconds. But is that, or should I be?
Oh, Your Honor, I was referencing
At the bottom?
the bottom where we play the video.
So,
It's 1 minute and 56 seconds.
okay, of the video, gotcha.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And what it appears is that it's not the entire frame, because there's a lot of the foliage and the background, I guess, or the frame on the video is larger than the photo that I'm holding.
Well, now my position is this a screenshot of your master frame?
Your Honor, the state can screenshot it again and print it and show the entire frame, including the timestamp and the foliage.
Okay. Well, then in that case, then I'm going to hand the proposed exhibit back, unless you want it marked and put into the record. And if you'd like to go
Your Honor,
get
the
that.
state will print the new frame, entire frame of the photo, and we'll remove that into evidence.
Okay. Are you able to do that here in the building and in the?
Mr. Sprouse will
Okay.
be back with it in 2 minutes.
Great.
It's a form of each courthouse. Is that good? One color. Go to.
I'm going to put the white noise on so that you all can have privacy at your tables.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Sure.
difficulties with that printer upstairs, so the state is just going to show it and publish it. The video is already into evidence. The state's just going to publish it and ask Corporal Williams about the photo without admitting the actual physical copy into evidence.
You mean you're just going to pause the video?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
And because the printer, it's just,
Okay.
thank you.
All right, so it sounds like that issue is resolved. And are we ready to bring the jury back in?
Yes.
Okay, let's bring in the jury. The microphones at your tables are off. Please be seated. Let the record reflect the presence of the jury and all counsel and the defendant. And Ms. Giardina, whenever you're ready, you may proceed.
Your Honor, permission to publish State's Exhibit 3 that was previously admitted into evidence?
Yes. I will turn on the screen now.
Corporal Williams, do you recognize that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and what is in that video? What is that depicting?
The subject running away from me.
Do you see anything with the subject?
An object in his right hand.
Okay, what does that look like?
A backpack.
And is that the backpack that you saw him running with?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, I have no further questions.
All right. Cross,
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
would you like me to turn off the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Corporal Williams, in the beginning of your video, you talk about making a citizen's contact. Isn't a citizen's contact, in a citizen's contact, does the defendant or suspect have to talk to you at that point? Are they required to?
In a consensual encounter, no.
Yeah. At the time you approached the vehicle, what evidence did you have that somebody was committing a crime?
Do you want me to start from the beginning of how I
I
got
want to
there?
know what crime they were committing.
So him laying down in the back of the vehicle, as I approach, he's concealing himself. As I pass the vehicle, he lifts his head up and looks out the back window. At that time, I'm unsure if the vehicle is his, if he's still in it, burglarizing it. What reason does he have to hide himself in the vehicle when law enforcement passes by him?
But he doesn't have to, am I correct? You can correct me. He doesn't have to make himself available to you, correct?
What do you mean?
He doesn't have to sit in a car, open a door, or make sure you know that he's there, correct?
I'm not fully understanding the question.
All right. So you drive by a car, somebody laying down in a car, that mean they committed a crime?
That by itself, no.
Did you ever run the tag of the vehicle?
Yes, I ran the tag of the vehicle.
Did you run the tag before you made contact?
No, ma'am.
So at that point, you had no evidence that the vehicle was stolen or anything, correct? At the point you made contact?
Correct.
You stated that you tased the suspect when they're at the top of the fence and then the bag fell, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
In the video, you collected the bag, and did you send the bag off for DNA and fingerprints in this case?
The backpack?
The baggie with the suspected narcotics in it.
I sent it off to be tested for the narcotics, not for fingerprints.
Did you send the bag off to be tested for fingerprints or DNA?
No, ma'am.
Is it normal for you to search a bag without gloves on?
It happens sometimes, yes, ma'am.
You stated earlier that you asked the defendant to step out of the vehicle and then he ran the other way. That's correct, right?
I couldn't hear you. What did you say?
You stated earlier that you asked the defendant to step out of the vehicle and then he ran the other way?
Yes, ma'am.
Did we hear anywhere in the vehicle where you asked him to step out?
I'm not sure.
When you talked to the prosecutor, you stated the suspect wasn't free to leave, which means they're legally detained, correct?
Correct.
What crime at that point had they committed?
So I was investigating at that point. So I had to determine if the crime had been committed or is in the process of being committed.
Did you have a complainant saying that the vehicle was stolen or anything?
I wasn't able to complete my investigation because he took off running.
But an individual in a vehicle that hasn't been reported stolen, you have no evidence of any other crime, can't they leave the scene?
Not until my investigation is complete.
But you have to have a legal basis for an investigation.
Well, a lot of times the witness isn't present when the crime's occurring. Like the victim's not present when the crime's occurring. So they want to know that their vehicle is being stolen or burglarized at that time.
Okay. But there is no requirement for a citizen to prove that they haven't committed a crime, is it?
Can you ask that again?
Yeah, I will, because in the video you made a statement for him to prove to you that he had a right to be in the vehicle.
Correct.
So does the citizen have a responsibility to prove to you they haven't committed a crime?
No, he doesn't have to prove it to me. He can remain silent.
And Mr. Humphreys was not charged with committing a burglary, correct?
Correct.
During your encounter, did you ever call on the radio that the suspect was running with a backpack or a bag or anything?
I believe I said he was just running.
Okay. When you were giving your description, I don't believe you mentioned, you said black male, but I don't believe you mentioned anything in their hands, correct?
I don't believe so.
Yeah, that's all I have.
Thank you. Redirect?
Yes, Your Honor. Corporal, can you detain someone to investigate?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you investigating that evening or that
Yes.
morning?
Yes, ma'am.
What were you investigating?
Initially, suspicious activity, but concerns were that their vehicle didn't belong to him, that he was in it without the owner's permission.
Was he detained for an investigation?
Yes, ma'am.
When the defendant got away, was the bag still in his hand?
Yes, ma'am.
When he jumped over the fence, was the bag still in his hand?
Near the top of the fence it was, but once he got over the fence, it was no longer in his hand.
Thank you. I have no further questions.
May the witness be released.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. You're free to go. Please don't discuss your testimony with anyone except one of the lawyers.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. State, are you ready to call your next witness? It is 11:45. I don't know how long the witness will take, or...
Your Honor, the state is ready for its next witness.
Okay. Go ahead and call your next witness.
The state calls FDLE analyst Stephanie Spiegel.
Okay.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you, ma'am. Just make sure you speak closely to the microphone.
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning. Can you please state your name?
It's Stephanie Spiegel, S-P-I-E-G-E-L.
And where are you employed?
I'm employed at the Florida Department of Law Enforcement in the Pensacola Regional Operations Center.
Is it okay if I refer to it as FDLE moving forward?
Yes.
How long have you been employed by FDLE?
I've been with FDLE for 13 years.
And what position do you hold?
I'm a crime laboratory analyst in the seized drugs section.
What type of education and training do you hold to qualify for your position?
I have a Bachelor's of Science in Chemistry, specializing in biochemistry from the University of West Florida, as well as upon my entering the position, I completed an extensive training program that consisted of written, practical, and oral assessments.
Over the course of your career as an FDLE analyst, how many tests have you performed on narcotics?
Over 10,000.
How many times have you testified to the weight or identity of a controlled substance approximately?
Approximately 100 times.
Is each piece of evidence assigned an FDLE case number?
Yes.
And what is the process to analyze whether or not a substance is a controlled substance?
When I analyze an item of evidence, I document the packaging, the contents of the packaging, I weigh the substance, and then I perform 2 different instrumental analyses. Once I have my results, I will write my report.
And can you explain what those analyses are to the jury?
Yes, the first instrumental analysis is using the gas chromatograph mass spectrometer, or GCMS, and the second instrument is the gas chromatograph.
And is that part of your regular duties with FDLE?
Yes, it is.
Did you have an opportunity to examine evidence submitted to the laboratory under FDLE case number 2024-0203-741?
I have a case number of 3360 as the last 4 digits.
My apologies, 3360.
Yes.
Okay. Your Honor, may I approach Madam Clerk?
Yes, you may.
Your Honor, may I approach your witness?
Yes, you may.
Thank you.
Ms. Spiegel, can you tell me what this is?
It is the item of evidence that was submitted in this case.
And are your initials on this?
Yes, they are.
And this is previously marked as State's Exhibit 2.
Okay.
Is it in the same or substantially same condition as it was when you first received it and analyzed it?
Yes,
Okay. Based on your analysis, do you have an opinion as to the identity of the substance in State's Exhibit 2?
I do.
And based on your analysis, what is that?
I identified fentanyl.
Based on your analysis, what is the weight of the fentanyl?
It is 66.57 plus or minus 0.25 grams.
Your Honor, permission to publish State's Exhibit 2?
Yes, you may. So, ladies and gentlemen, this item has already been received in evidence and it's being shown to you now. Let me turn on the document camera. To help you understand the testimony of this witness and other witnesses in the case, as well as the evidence as a whole. We cannot send that exhibit back to the jury room with you whenever you go to deliberate, but if while you're deliberating you wish to see it, then you can send a note to court security. We'll bring you back into the courtroom and show it to you again at any time.
Okay, and Ms. Spiegel, how do you determine the weight of the drugs?
When I weigh a substance, I will place a clean piece of paper on my balance. I will tear the balance so that it reads 0, and then place the substance on the paper and record the weight.
After you conduct the analysis, do you produce a report?
I do.
Did you produce a report for this analysis?
I did.
Is that typical for all cases?
Yes, it is.
Are these documents kept and maintained as part of FDLE's records?
Yes.
I would like to show you what has been marked as State's Exhibit 4. May I approach the witness, Your Honor?
Yes, you may. Has opposing counsel seen it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Do you recognize this?
I do.
Can you tell me what that is?
It is a copy of my report.
Is that your signature on the report?
Yes, it is.
And what does that test conclude, or that report conclude?
The results state that there is fentanyl identified, 66.57 plus or minus 0.25 grams.
And is this in the same condition as it was when you drafted it?
Yes, it is.
Your Honor, permission to publish?
Any objection?
No.
All right. You may publish.
I'm sorry, I'm just going to one.
Okay.
Your Honor, State moves to enter Exhibit 4 into evidence. I apologize.
Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
Now, permission
State's
to publish.
Exhibit 4 is admitted and you may publish.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And again, ladies and gentlemen, this item has been received into evidence. It's being shown to you now to help you understand the testimony of this witness and other witnesses in the case, as well as the evidence as a whole. This item will go back to the jury room with you and you can examine it there as well.
Okay, Ms. Spiegel, can you tell us what that plus or minus sign means on the report?
The plus or minus sign is a range which allows the true value of the measurement to be certain to fall into.
So even with the plus or minus, is that 66.57 plus or minus 0.25 still over 28 grams?
Yes.
Thank you. I have no further questions. Your Honor, I'm going to approach Madam Clerk and return these.
Thank you. Cross?
Briefly. Good morning, Ms. Spiegel.
Good morning.
Long time no see, I think.
Yes, ma'am.
When you, in your experience, you see a lot of pills, correct, that you have to analyze throughout your career?
That's correct.
And the reason why you analyze is you can't necessarily always tell from the look of the pill what it actually is, correct?
That's correct.
And there are other pills that are out there that are blue and circle and have M30, correct, that are not fentanyl? Is that correct?
That's correct.
So somebody with a naked eye wouldn't necessarily know exactly what that pill was without testing it, correct?
Not necessarily.
And in this case, I believe you analyzed one pill, is that correct?
That's correct.
And then you weighed all the pills?
Yes.
And I don't have anything else, thank you.
All right. Any redirect?
No, Your Honor.
May this witness be excused?
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. You're free to go. Please don't discuss your testimony with anyone except one of the lawyers.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Can the attorneys approach? I just want to talk to you about scheduling and timing of our lunch break.
Call 850-683-1045.
CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer since 1999. We're state licensed and insured, family owned and operated with 24 years of local service. We specialize in shingles and metal, re-roofs, repairs, and leak specialists. For all of your roofing needs, call us today or visit our website at cqroofing.com. CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer.
Hey, I'm David at Family Vision of Crestview. We've been providing excellent optical service for Northwest Florida for over 34 years. Come in and let us take care of you.
You've been injured in an accident and need righteous representation? Call us, because we fight fire. Damn thing ain't working.
Oh! Not cool, bro.
I'm Attorney Coy Browning. Personal injury is no joke. Just ask him.
Injured? Take a breath. Call Coy.
We're open Saturday 10 to 4, Sunday 10 to 3, and it's both our Crestview, Fort Walton Beach, and Eglin Air Force Base locations. So you have things to do, go and do it. Just know the UPS store is going to be here. Again, Sundays 10 until 3 p.m.
Thank you for your patience, ladies and gentlemen. We were discussing the timing of your lunch break. And at this point, State, do you wish to put anything on the record? Or are you calling further witnesses?
Your Honor, the state rests.
Okay. So the state has rested. They've completed the presentation of their case. Now is a great time to take our lunch break. It's right about noon. And there are some matters that we will have to take up outside of your presence at this stage in the proceedings. So we're going to ask you to come back at 1:30. That's an hour and a half. We will be working during part of the lunch break. So we'd rather you be able to have longer for lunch than be sitting in the jury room any longer than is necessary. There will be some times this afternoon that we will have to take up some other legal matters, and you'll have to spend some time in there. But right now, we're going to go ahead and dismiss you for lunch for now until 1:30, but I have to give you the instruction that maybe by the end of the day, you'll probably be able to recite along with me. We are about to take a recess. Please remember that all of the rules that I've given you apply even when you are outside of the courtroom, such as recess. Remember the basic rule. Don't talk to anyone, including your fellow jurors, friends, family, or coworkers about anything having to do with this trial except to